Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai. Jai, thank you everyone for joining today. Nice to see all of your faces again. So we'll now move on to day 16 of Bhagavad Gita. Just give me a second while I share my screen. Dandavat Pranam, everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay. All of you are able to see my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
We start by offering obeisances to Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Mai, Sudarshanji, Lakshmi Narsimha, Nitai Gaur Nitai, Panchatattva, Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, and the Shad Goswamis and the Guru Parampara. Okay, let's go on to our prayers. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai. So before we move on to our classes, we want to take a few minutes today at the beginning of the class to introduce Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, we all are aware of the Panchatattva prayer. We say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So Shri Krishna Chaitanya is the centermost figure that you see of the five. Okay, he's always mostly in that yellow dhoti that you see whenever you see his pictures. So this is also the favorite color of Lord Krishna because Shri Chaitanya is Krishna himself. Okay, then comes Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. So Nityananda is the one to the right side of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Nityananda is Balaram himself. Shri Advaita. Advaita is the avatar of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva together. He's Advaita. Advaita Gadadhara. Gadadhara is nobody but Radharani's incarnation. And then Sri Vasadi, who is Narada himself. Okay, Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So it's a quick introduction to who is who in the Panchatattva. We just had darshan of Panchatattva in Mayapur Dham, and 5 of them stand very magnanimously right there, almost 20 feet height. When you enter the temple, you can see, you realize how big these deities are to look. So this is our Panchatattva. So before we go ahead, let's quickly introduce Nityananda Prabhu. What makes him, why do we pray to him? What is the significance of him in the whole Sankirtan movement? And how is he most merciful? Why is he considered the most merciful? Okay, so Nityananda Prabhu, he was born almost 500 years ago. He was born to his parents, whose names is Hadai Pandit and Padmavati. So they named their son as Nitai. Okay, and Nityanand Nitai was born in a place called, named as, does anyone know the name of his birthplace? Anyone knows the place of
Navadvip.
Sorry?
Navadvip. Navadvip.
Navadvip, okay, but there's a specific place in Navadvip. There's a place called Ekachakra. So that's where Nitai is born. Okay. Now this place Ekachakra, if you remember the pastimes of Bhima Sena, there was a one specific asura demon that he killed called Bakasura. So Bhima killed this Bakasura in this place called Ekachakra. So that happened 5,000 years ago, but now we are talking about 500 years ago. Okay. So Nitai, as he grew, he was very dear to his parents, even the neighborhood. He was very dear child. Everyone adored him. And it said that whenever there's a play played in the vicinity of Ramayana, he would always play the role of Lakshmana in that play. So like this, he was dear and pet of everybody in the neighborhood, his parents, and everyone looked, always constantly looked out to him, like making sure he's okay, he's well fed, taking care of him. So once a sannyasi came to their house, to Hadai Pandit and Padmavati's house. They served this sannyasi very well, and the sannyasi stayed in the house for a few days. And then as he was leaving, he told, and by this time Nitai was around 12 years old. He told Hadai that, look, I have to go on a all India Bharat Yatra, and I need a servant while I'm doing this yatra. So please send your son, Nitai, as my servant. Okay. Now, this particular episode is described just like Vishwamitra asked Dasharatha to send Rama and Lakshmana with him. And Dasharatha said, my son is very young right now. I can come with you to kill the demons. Why, the small children, they may not be able to face all this trauma of killing demons. So Dasharatha himself wanted to come. So similarly, this episode also, Hadai said, my son, he's just 12 years old. How can he bear the, all the austerities of serving a sannyasi? Let me myself come with you. But the sannyasi said, no, this only Nitai can come. Only he can serve this purpose that I have for him. So nobody else. So this way they had to, because the sannyasi is asking something, a grahastha can never decline. So this way Nitai had to follow the sannyasi. It said that just after 3 seconds of both the sannyasi and Nitai leaving the house, they disappeared. So nobody really knows still on who that sannyasi was. Definitely an elevated soul, but nobody really knows who that specific sannyasi was. But just as the news of Nitai being taken by a sannyasi came spread around, it said that all the villagers, they came with their sons to Hadai and Padmavati's house and said, some sannyasi wants to take your son, tell him not to take your son, he can take my son instead. So that was the attachment of that villagers to Nityananda Prabhu. But anyway, Nitai had already left with the sannyasi by then. And it said that the parents were so heartbroken. Both Hadai and Padmavati were so heartbroken. Just after 3 months of Nitai leaving them, they both passed away together. Right. So this way it said that during those years when Nitai was away from home, he traveled all over India, all the dhams across Bharat. So he covered all the places. So this way, almost after 20 years after leaving his parents, and now Nityananda was about 32 years, he came to Navadvip and Mayapur. Okay. The time when Nitai left with the sannyasi, he was 12 years. And that was the exact time that Lord Chaitanya came to this earth 500 years ago. So you can say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is 12 years younger than Nitai, right? So So now, after 20 years of traveling all over India, Nitai is 32 years, and we can say that Chaitanya is about, Lord Chaitanya is about 20 years now. And by now, Lord Chaitanya was pretty renowned. He was known as a Sanskrit scholar. There were many pandits who will come to Mayapur Dham to have debates with him. So he was a well-known Sanskrit scholar, and also he was slowly started preaching Krishna consciousness, Sankirtana movement. So everybody is, he's become very powerful and potent speaker and Kirtaniya by now. So at this point, just as Nityananda Prabhu was entering Mayapur, Sri Chaitanya, he could immediately sense that something is changed in the air. He can feel a new ecstasy around him. He can feel something enlivening within him. So, but he doesn't really know yet what is going on. He feels that there is somebody who's going to come visit him in the next couple of days. And that same night, he had a dream. And Lord Balram, he said, I'm your brother, elder brother Balram, and I've come, I'm come here now. I'm here now. So this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as soon as he had this dream, he immediately jumped out of his bed. And he called up to all his followers, Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivasa, and even Haridas Thakur. He said, Balram has come to meet me. He'll be wearing a blue dhoti, he'll wearing this kind of earring. Go find him. Go find him. Wherever you see him, go find him and bring him to me. So this way, when everybody goes looking for Balram, they are wondering, who is this Balram? Who is Lord Chaitanya talking about? But they look everywhere. They didn't find anyone that meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's description. So they come back. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, okay, I'll go looking for him. And he went exactly to the place where Nityananda Prabhu was sitting. And as soon as Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya saw each other, this is the first time they're seeing each other, but still, as soon as they saw, there was such a ecstasy in the air, some unexplainable emotions going on. As they saw each other, they started crying, they started falling on the ground, they started crying, they're trying to hug each other, they, all that expression, though they met for the first time. Now, what is happening here was, it's like two brothers, two people who have not seen each other for a very long time. They have missed each other, and now they are happy to see each other. So this Nityananda Prabhu, we should remember, is the same Lakshmana of Lord Ram. He is the same Balarama of Sri Krishna, and now he's Nityananda for Lord Chaitanya. Right? So finally, when it said that when Nityananda Prabhu, he hugged Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he fell unconscious. He was shivering, he was, crying. And so to pacify him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hugged him. But in that hug, Nityananda Prabhu just collapsed. He fell on the ground unconscious. And it said that while falling unconscious, his head was resting on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lap. So this episode is compared just like when Lakshmana was shot by the Nagastra. He fell unconscious and he was resting on Lord Ram's lap. So this situation is something similar to that. And some way also gestured in that moment to say that usually Vishnu is sleeping on Ananta, but here Ananta is sleeping on Vishnu. So this is the different references, analogies are related to this moment. So after some time, Nityananda Prabhu again gained consciousness, and he surrendered to Lord Chaitanya and said, I'm here, I'm appeared right now just to serve you. So tell me, what should I do? And this is when Sri Chaitanya gave this order. He said, Yare deko tare kaho Krishna upadesha, amara agnyaya guru hana tara he desha. So, which means instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. So Nityananda Prabhu, once he got this order to spread the Upadesh of Krishna, he said, this is my life mission from now. And he was paired with another personality. His name is Sri Haridasa Thakura. Haridasa Thakura is Brahma's incarnation 500 years ago. So Haridas Thakura is a little elderly, and Nityananda Prabhu is around 32 years. And both of them went together preaching the message of Sri Krishna. So preaching the Lord Sankirtana movement. So they would go from place to place, house to house, preach about, they never discriminated what kind of education background. No, they just went from every place to every one place to the other, just preaching the names of the Lord. So once when they were going through Navadvip, there were two rogues, Jagai and Madhai, very well-known sinners in the vicinity. It said that there was no sin in the history of sins that they had not committed, except for Vaishnava Aparadh, because they were never mingling with any Vaishnavas. They had committed all kind of sins. They were drinking, fighting, killing, plundering, raping, name it, they have done it. Right? So when Nityananda Prabhu saw Jagai and Madhai, he thought, if I can preach to these two people, then my position as a servant of Krishna is justified. There's no other better mission than preaching to these of most fallen people. So what he does, he goes to them. These two people, Jagai and Madhai, are very drunk. And he tries to inspire them to preach the name of the Lord. So this Jagai and Madhai, what they do, they pick whatever they had, they could fetch in their hand. They come chasing Prabhu Nityananda and Haridas Thakur to beat them. So you can imagine, Nityananda is Balaram, Haridas Thakur is Brahmaji, and this Jagai and Madhai actually are Jai and Vijaya. You might know their pastimes. They were given a curse to appear 3 times as demons. They had finished their third birth, and this happened to be their 4th birth. Since they had become so experts in behaving like demons, they were given another opportunity to serve the Lord. So they appeared again as Jagai and Madhai. So this Jagai and Madhai is now chasing Balaram as Nityananda and Brahmaji as Haridas Thakur. And while thinking about all this, Nityananda Prabhu is smiling and laughing, thinking about this situation, right? So anyway, they escape from Jagai and Madhai that day. And that day, Haridas Thakur, he goes to Advaitacharya and complains, this Nityananda Prabhu is an Avaduta. He's an Avaduta in the sense, who's an Avaduta? Ava is fallen. Duta is a person who delivers the most fallen person. So this in that Nityananda Prabhu is Avaduta Shiromani. He's the best of Avadutas. So Haridas Thakur is complaining to Advaita Acharya. He's a Avaduta, and what he does, he goes in the water and swims with the biggest of crocodiles. And sometimes he enters somebody's house and there's a bucket of milk. He'll just drink all the bucket of milk. And today he went and preached to Jagai and Madhai and almost got beaten by them. He said, I can't go in service with him. Club me with someone else. Now, these are all transcendental problems. But anyway, Advaita Acharya smiled it off. And next day, again, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they again go preaching the name of the Lord. And this time, Haridas Thakur was very careful to not venture into the street where Jagai and Madhai are seated. But somehow, Nityananda Prabhu tricks Haridas Thakur and takes him exactly to the spot where Jagai and Madhai were sitting and drinking. Now, again, Nityananda Prabhu is pleading with him, please say the name of the Lord. He's trying to convince them about the glories of the name. And this time, it said that Madhai was drinking some kind of beverage, some alcohol, intoxication in a mud pot. He was so angry with Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu had fallen to his feet and he's pleading to Jagai and Madhai, please say the names. And he took this mud pot, he broke it on Nityananda Prabhu's head. So much blood came pouring from his head, but Nityananda Prabhu still tried to convince him to chant the names of the Lord. Now, looking at the scene, it said that Jagai had a little transformation within his heart to see that someone was so much hurt, is bleeding and is still pleading. He had a little internal transformation. Now, Madhai again tried to hit Nityananda, but this time Jagai stopped him. He said, no, you shouldn't be doing that. You have already done enough. Let's not hurt him any further. If you don't want to chant, don't chant. But don't hurt Nityananda Prabhu. So he stopped. So this news of Nityananda Prabhu getting hurt now reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there with full anger. he wanted to kill the two demons. He called out for his chakra, chakra, chakra. He called out, and Sudarshana came in his hand. At this point, Nityananda Prabhu fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya and said, no, no, please forgive them. We just have to convince them to say the Lord's name and they will be transformed. You don't have to display so much anger. I'll do this. I'll take care of this. Don't get... So you can see how Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. Krishna is angry, but Nityananda Prabhu is still asking for mercy. So looking at all this, he actually started praising Jagai. He said, actually, when Madai wanted to hit me again, Jagai stopped him. And looking at this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instantly happy. He went ahead and hugged Jagai. It said that Jagai, when he was hugged by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all his sins got pulled out, vanquished from his heart. He became a pure devotee at that very instant. Now he's going through some kind of a transformation, some kind of ecstasy, and Madai can also see that something is happening with Jagai, and he also says, why are you just taking him through that experience? He's also as bad as me. Both of us have done the same kind of crimes through our life. So if you're going to give him that kind of experience, you should do that to me as well. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, but you have offended Nityananda Prabhu. So only if you fall at his feet and beg for forgiveness, only then I can forgive you. And then Madai fell at the feet of Nityananda and asked for forgiveness. And Nityananda Prabhu instantly forgave Madai as well. And this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took away the sins of Madai at also. It said that instantly these two people, they became devotees. They started singing, dancing. They're just dancing for the Lord, singing his names, and they couldn't stop doing it. And at one such incident, Sri Chaitanya tells them, do you want to see how much sin I've taken from the two of you? He pulled the sins and took it on himself. So he said, do you want to see how much sin I've taken? Jagai and Madai said, yes, we would like to see. And instantly, Lord Chaitanya's body, which is golden color, turned black. It turned black. So that was how much sin was within Jagai and Madai. And looking at his black color now, Sri Chaitanya asked, how do I look? Everyone glorified him, saying, you look just like Shyamasundara, like Krishna. And then they were thinking how to get the golden complexion of Chaitanya again. And Lord Chaitanya said, continue chanting the name, do Sankirtana, and my golden complexion will come back. And that exactly happened. After some time of Sankirtana, his color came back. So this is Nityananda Prabhu, the most merciful. And like I said, he is Balaram himself. He's Adi Guru. Okay, so Adi Guru he's the teacher of all teachers, the beginning, the first of all teachers. So he's the one who gives us knowledge. He's the one who we need to surrender to ask for a good spiritual teacher, right? And any spiritual teacher who doesn't follow in the footsteps of Balram is not a bona fide guru and should be rejected. The same Balram, you can understand his mercy by the fact that as Lakshmana, when he was going to the jungle with Mother Sita and Rama, he used to be the first. His feet was fully covered with all kind of cuts because he will go ahead, clear the walking path for Sita and Rama. And so his feet will be full of cuts, but he made sure that Lord Rama and Sita's feet never had any cuts. Similarly, his wife, when Lakshmana was going with Sita and Rama, she said, even I want to come to the jungle with you. I will also serve you. But Lakshmana said, if you're there, I cannot focus completely on the Lord's service. So you should stay back just so that I can serve Lord Rama and Sita. And he also requested Nidra Devi that for the next 14 years, all my sleep, give it to my wife Urmila. Right? So for 14 years, Lakshmana never slept. He constantly was serving, building huts, protecting Sita and Rama, arranging for prasada. So he was 14 years non-stop serving the Lord. So that is the service attitude of Lakshmana, right? So such a Dayalu Nityananda, we should all beg for his mercy so that we can easily surrender to Lord Chaitanya as well. Jai. With that, Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Any questions on the pastime? Okay, if not, we'll go ahead. Our class today is dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And our verse today, Gita Patam Cha Shravanam Ya Karoti Dine Dine Krito Vajimedhyaha Kritastena Sa Dakshinaha. Great sacrifices such as the Ashwamedha, along with their remunerations, are naturally achieved by one who daily hears and recites the Gita. Sri Vaishnaviya Tantra Sara, verse 25. Now, Ashwamedha Yagna is one of the great yagnas that many kings used to perform, and this would be performed. This is a very elaborate yagna, so it needs a lot of significant resources. It needs a lot of purity, strict adherence to rituals, and kings ideally in this yagna, they'll send a horse everywhere, and whatever area was covered by the horse is part of their kingdom after that, right? So anyone who wants to challenge the king would tie the horse, and there will be a war by that king who opposed that authority, and or the representative of the king who was performing the yagna. So this way they would spread a monopoly of their rule across many regions like this. It's said that King Prithu also did a Ashwamedha Yagna. He did 99 Ashwamedha Yagnas. If he had done the 100th Ashwamedha Yagna, he would have replaced Indra himself. So that is the potency of Ashwamedha Yagna, right? So all such great sacrifices, we have Ashwamedha and any such sacrifices, the merit of doing such a yagna, such a sacrifice, one can get by just reading Gita. In Treta Yuga, when yagna was the Yuga Dharma, many sacrifices were being done, right? In Kali Yuga, however, there are very limited yagnas that we do. We have marriage sacrifices, we have Upanayana, so very limited yagnas we do. So these are the only authorized yagnas for Kali Yuga. Others we don't have to do. But what we must definitely do in Kali Yuga is read books like Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. This is the only Yuga Dharma, to chant the holy name of the Lord and read the message given by Sri Krishna for the people of Kali Yuga. He recited the Bhagavad Gita so that the people of Kali Yuga can be benefited by it. So this is the only thing that we do, and any phala we get by doing this elaborate yagnas, the same phala can be got, or benefit can be got by reciting the verses of the Gita as well. Jai. Okay, today we are at chapter 16, the divine and the demoniac nature. So last chapter, does anyone remember what was the name of the chapter?
Yes,
Purushottama
the
Yoga.
yoga of the Supreme.
Purushottama Yoga. So we started the chapter by talking about the inverted imperishable banyan tree. Now that banyan tree inverted is called as a perverted reflection of the spiritual sky. So Krishna says this banyan tree represents the material world. The image of the banyan tree in the water represents the material world. And he further went on to explain how this banyan tree represents different aspects of the material world, and it's binding, it's entangling. And finally, the message he gave is one should cut this banyan tree with the sword of knowledge. So further, he went to explain Purushottama Yoga, how he's holding the planets in its orbits, how the sun gets its sunshine from him, how the moon gets its light and nourishes the vegetables. And then further, he explained about the digestion process. And he talks about how every living jiva gets his remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge from him. So this way, he also says the Vedas are there to glorify him, to know him, and it was written by him. So this way, he is maintaining everything within the universe with his Paramatma within. Just by his energy is able to sustain, and that is Purushottama Yoga. Okay, now in chapter 6, he's just like he said in the previous chapter that we should cut this material attachment with the sword of knowledge. He's now telling what are the qualities that entangle and disentangle a jiva in this material world. So he's talking about two set of qualities. He's calling them as the divine nature and the demoniac nature. Okay, so we'll not exactly follow the same sequence as in the verses. First, we'll go through a list of demoniac nature qualities that Krishna has mentioned in this chapter. Then we'll go through all the divine qualities. So first we'll go through the demoniac and then through the divine. So the verses will be a little not in the same order that as it's mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so start with, can someone read the screen?
May I
Jai Mataji.
Praveen Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
O son
Krishna.
of Partha,
Pratha.
O son of Partha,
Pratha.
in Pratha, the Kunti.
Yes.
O son of Pratha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called divine, and the other demonic.
Demonic.
Hare
Correct.
Krishna.
So what are the two qualities? There is divine qualities. Okay, according to Vedic rites, activities in the mode of goodness, any activities done in the mode of goodness are considered auspicious for progress on the path of liberation. So such activities are called as Daivi Prakriti. Okay, they make progress, such people, they make progress in the path of liberation. They'll go to higher planets, they go to Goloka finally, depending on the degree of success they have achieved in this Daivi Prakriti. Okay, and for those who are acting in the mode of passion, in the mode of ignorance, on the other hand, there is no possibility of liberation. There is, let's hear it properly, there's no possibility of liberation. Why? Because either they have to remain in the material world as human beings, or they will descend among the species of animals or lower life forms. And these people are of Asuric Prakriti. So this Vedic, there's a specific Vedic process called the Garbhadhana Samskara. Remember when we were talking about the opulences of Krishna, his vibhutis, we mentioned that any sex desire that one has to beget pious children, Krishna conscious children, that is Krishna himself. So to get children of this Daivi Prakriti, okay, one should follow the Garbhadhana Samskara. These are procedures that a lady would go through before they beget or even conceive a child. There's a process before conceiving, and even as they go through pregnancy, there's a process they need to go through that's called as a Garbhadhana Samskara. So such children who are born through the process of Garbhadhana and are born in the Krishna conscious families, they are very easily evolve to Krishna consciousness. They easily pick up Krishna consciousness. And that is because they are in Sattva Guna. Okay, any child who's born with Sattva Guna will easily pick up Krishna consciousness. So this was, let's look at what are the demoniac qualities. Can someone read the verse, please?
Can I?
Yes, Vidya Mataji.
Dambho darbho vimanascha krodha parushyameva cha ajnanam cha vijatasya partha sampada masuri.
Yes.
Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance, these qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Pritha.
So, Hare Krishna. So, Krishna is explaining 6 specific qualities which he says is demoniac. Now, what is pride? Pride is to make a show of what I have. Look how good I am, right? Arrogance is because of pride of your mental possessions. Maybe you have arrogance, or arrogance could also come because of I'm better than others, or that kind of mood. Conceit, desire to be worshipped by others, trying to fakely show yourself as the better person compared to the others. Conceit. Anger is being upset for wrong all the small things or big things, whatever, but angry that you want to express your anger for anything that's happening around you. In other words, nothing should go against your will. It should happen to please you. If something doesn't please you enough, then you get angry. Then there's harshness. Harshness is using body language, action that is with the intention of hurting someone else, right? Ignorance is acting whimsically without discrimination. So all of these are demoniac qualities. And in the purport of this verse, Srila Prabhupada is saying these qualities are the royal road to hell. So there's an example of Hanuman. When Hanuman went to Lanka, of course, he went there to look for Mother Sita. And there, when he was captured by Ravana's Sena and brought in front of Ravana, instead of being repentant that he had done such a heinous crime, he was filled with pride, arrogance. He challenged Hanuman. He didn't even offer a seat to Hanuman, though Hanuman represented himself as Ram Doot Hanuman. So, and at the end, he even tried to burn his tail. So this is Ravana. He's filled with pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. Now, the same Ravana, his Ishta Devata is Lord Shiva. He prayed to Lord Shiva for various boons. And when Shiva appeared, imagine that. He has prayed to Lord Shiva for so many years and finally pleased him. And Shiva asks him, "What do you want?" And he says, "I want your wife Parvati." He asked for Shiva's wife itself. This is pride, arrogance, conceit, anger. How worse can the demoniac characteristics get? Right now, Ravana is known for molesting, raping many women, and at one such case, he tried to molest a woman called Vedavati, and got cursed that anytime he tries to, touch a woman incorrectly or with wrong intentions, he will immediately die. Okay, and because of that, now many people in India, they praise Ravana. They say Ravana is better than Lord Ram. Even there are a sect of people who have made temples for Ravana in India. I think there are at least 4 temples within India that is dedicated for worshipping Ravana. Okay, and they say why? Because he kidnapped her, okay, Mother Sita, okay, but he didn't touch her. So kidnapping is okay, but he didn't touch her. That is his glory, right? This is how a Hindu society today is falling into a small worse state of degradation every day, because we are, as a society, if we have to glorify a demon like Ravana, it means to say we are becoming mass followers of asuric qualities, right? So this is something we definitely need to contemplate as a society. Is this what we want to embrace as a future? Is this what will take us from the cycle of being more aware of Krishna versus being Krishna's enemy? Krishna is saying anyone who has asuric qualities will never come to him. They will keep going back in the cycle of lower planets, but they'll never come to him. So what is the purpose of all these qualities is then the question. Because what happens with these people, like Srila Prabhupada says, these 6 qualities is their royal road to hell, because the 6 qualities alone is enough to keep accumulating more sins. So such people will never go to Goloka. How can they ever clear the sin if they're never going to surrender to Krishna, right? So they keep collecting more sins and they fall into more degraded conditions of living. So this way, a person's will keep suffering in the lower planets. So a person in demoniac quality, they live whimsically, they don't follow the Vedas, they don't follow spiritual masters, they don't follow regulative principles. So such people are asuric. Okay, let's read verse 7.
Jai Mataji.
Yes, Sumit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidur asurah na saucham na picha charo na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna is further explaining such people, they don't know what is to be done because they don't follow the Shastras. They don't know what is right, what is wrong. There's this episode pastime of Duryodhana after Pandavas were sent to the jungle to Vanavasa. It said that now Duryodhana was almost the next king he was becoming very pompous, and now he wanted to show his all his life to Pandavas who were struggling in the jungle. So what he did, he set up a camp very close to the Pandavas were staying, and by a lakeside. He set up his camp. He came with all his wives, his friends, his family, his armies. So all of them came, and with all pomp and show, they tried to display their glory to Pandavas. Now it so happened that the lake where they were put up their camp, that water body belonged to a Gandharva called Chitrasena. So because they were playing and they were not permitted to play in that water, the Gandharvas started war with the Kauravas, and the Kauravas were instantly defeated. The Chitrasena and his army instantly defeated Duryodhana and his army. It said that even Karna and Shakuni, Dushasana, everyone was defeated. In fact, Karna even fled from that place. So this way, Duryodhana and his wives were captured and by the Gandharva. Now this news reached the Pandavas. Some of the army soldiers who fled from the war, they came to Pandavas and begged for protection. So it said that Yudhishthira was sitting in a yagna. So he asked the other four Pandavas to go fight with the Gandharva and free Duryodhana. So though they had many inimical ties going on, but Pandavas decided to demonstrate a sense of duty and protect their cousins. So Duryodhana was, and in fact, Pandavas were not just able to defeat the Gandharvas, they also got Duryodhana and everyone released from the capture. So after this, Duryodhana was very humiliated. So after being defeated by the Gandharvas, so he even contemplated suicide. So now Karna, who had escaped from the battle, he came back the next day and he saw that Duryodhana is okay. He's sitting free. He's not being captured. So he thought somehow Duryodhana has managed to defeat the Gandharvas. And so he started praising Duryodhana, saying how he single-handedly managed to beat the Gandharvas, though everybody else fled. Now, then Duryodhana told him, no, Pandavas release me. It was such a humiliation for him that someone who he had come there to show off to, they actually was the reason why he escaped from Gandharvas. Now, Karna, then his uncle Shakuni, Dushasana, all of them came there and tried to console Duryodhana that you don't have to give up your body. This is all okay. They are now that you are the king, the Pandavas are your subjects. So it is their duty then to save you. So like this, they tried to convince, but Duryodhana was not convinced. He was deeply ashamed that it was Pandavas who had saved him at the end of the day. And he almost sat on a big pyre, and he said, I'll sit here till death, I'll fast till death. So this way he decided, made an oath, and sat to die in that moment. But it said that a Dhanava appeared in front of Duryodhana, and he made him realize that Duryodhana is actually representation of all the demoniac people who were defeated by the various gods, and many demons had appeared along with Duryodhana to fight the gods. The gods are Pandavas, people who are supporting the Pandavas in the Kurukshetra war. So this is a fight between demons and the gods. And Duryodhana is a representation of all the demoniac people who had come down to fight against the god. Now, if Duryodhana died because of this incident, then that means that their representation in the war is already defeated. So they'll lose the battle instantly. So they encourage Duryodhana to continue living and continue to spread the demoniac qualities. So this way, Duryodhana took comfort in these words, and he gave up this oath of giving up his body. So this is what a demoniac person is. They don't know what is right, what is wrong. They'll do something that is completely against, and they get convinced to continue doing this incorrect deeds based on unshastric, logic and reasoning. So they don't know what is right, what is wrong. Now, further, this verse says they don't know cleanliness, good behavior, and truthfulness. So demons are not clear. It said that cleanliness is not external. We take bath, that is external cleanliness, but it has to be internal as well. Now, external cleanliness also, some people just take one bath a day. But every time a person passes stool, they are supposed to take bath. Srila Prabhupada says that a devotee should take bath 3 times a day because we are servants of Krishna. So we should be always ready to serve Krishna. Whenever we are doing some service, we are offering food, we are offering different morning boga, afternoon boga, evening boga, we are offering some flowers. We should be always clean and ready to serve. Right? So, which is why bathing 3 times a day for a devotee is important. If you pass stool, immediately take bath and wear fresh clothes. Okay? Or if you pass urine, you should wash your feet, wash your hand, and make sure you're clean again. Okay, so this is external cleanliness. Now, what is internal cleanliness then? Internal cleanliness is to chant the holy name of the Lord. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So constantly chanting this Maha Mantra, this is internal cleansing. Okay, so by chanting, even though you don't understand, you're not interested in this process right now, but constantly chanting the name, slowly the interest builds, which means to say your asakti is increasing, your ruchi is increasing. And as that asakti increases, then you get detached to all the lowly things that is surrounding you, and you get attached to the holy name. Okay, so this demons, they Krishna is saying in this verse, they neither like or follow any of the rules for external or internal cleaning. So neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Okay, someone please read the translation on your screen.
I read Mataji.
Yes, please.
The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. So these 3 verses are capturing the way a demon quality person will think, how they behave. Now, Ravana had everything in the world. He had all the kingdom, he had all the richness. He had an aeroplane that nobody else had. The conception of aeroplane might possibly have come from what Ravana was using as his airplane, right? Ravana had everything. But still he wanted the consort of the Lord himself, Mother Sita. He was knowledgeable, he was a Brahmana, but still he is Mayaya Apahrita Gnana. He also, so we should remember that this qualities that is within Ravana is there in each of us in small doses, right? We also think I'm perfect, I'm 100% faultless. We also think that I cannot make any mistakes. If mistakes, even if I do mistakes, but that's not a big deal. Others are facing the consequences of the mistake. It's not a big deal. So these are all demoniac qualities, and which these qualities have to be curbed. So most of us may have these qualities in small doses, but these qualities come up especially when we are in association of like-minded people, right? uh, Such people, they take shelter of insatiable thirst for enjoyment, right? They're absorbed in some kind of pride, false prestige, believe that the ultimate goal is sense gratification. So they are bound by their desires, they're absorbed with lust, anger, and greed. So they try to satisfy their lust by trying to earn more money, And whatever illegal, legal ways, their motive is they're driven by lust, they're driven by desire. They want to earn more, they want to spend more, they want to show their glories more. So they, after they get all that wealth, then what? Right? So even if they have so earns all that wealth, they still continue to want to earn more wealth. They still want to earn more. Are they satisfied? No, they will still want to earn more wealth. For them, they are willing to kill if they have to. Right? They are ready to go to all illegal, incorrect ways if they have to. So they think that why is the Lord, their mood is, why should the Lord be the ultimate enjoyer? I should be the ultimate enjoyer. They are not ready to be subordinate to anybody. Even if they do some kind of puja karya at home, it is only to show their, their sense of charity, to show off their well-being, to show off to their relatives that, we have so many things and we can do all these things. So even if they're doing charity, some kind of yagna, it's in the sense to show off. So this is how a demoniac person thinks. Let's read translation of 1920.
May I, Mataji?
Sunita Mataji.
Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Attaining repeated birth amongst the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna is saying the destination of such kind of person is always hell. Even on earth, when they are living, they are living in hellish kind of situation. They are filled with anxiety, bound by their network of illusion, attached to sense enjoyment. So even after death, they enter Vaitarini. This is a entrance to hell. It's a river filled with blood and pus. So they have to go through all that torture. So such people are never willing to change. Even if they do have some kind of sacrifice, it is for namesake only. They just want to show their false prestige. So they don't really want to follow any kind of scriptures, regulations. And because they take shelter of pride, false ego, strength, lust, and anger, they are bewildered. They're always bewildered. They become envious of Krishna. They want to be better than Krishna. They don't want to be subordinate to Krishna in any way. So this way, they try to bring down the position of Krishna also. Right? We'll see many philosophers around us who make their own theories on who Krishna is, what is his position. So they make their own concocted version of Krishna and present to the world. So these are people who are envious of Krishna. So if he cannot be equal to Krishna, they think, then at least let's bring Krishna down. Let's blaspheme him. And this way they keep blaspheming Krishna and Krishna consciousness. So such people cannot approach Krishna. They cannot approach. They keep gradually sinking to lower life forms. So we should remember, is Krishna's will. Okay, this is how Krishna has set up the whole material world. If you don't want to surrender to Krishna, he says, okay, then you don't have to come to me. Then let Maya Devi take care of you, and she will give you the required punishment and take you through the required life cycles that you have to go through, depending upon your desires and your mood during your life, right? However you treat Krishna, at the end, you'll have a similar body. So if you're envious of Krishna, you'll have a body that suits that kind of mood. One who is envious or one who is uninterested, they'll have a different kind of body. So this is how we understand these verses. Let's read verse 21.
May I, Mataji?
Yes, Sunita Mataji.
Traividam narakasyadam dwaram nashanam atmana kama krodastata lobas tasmat etatrayam tyajet. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. To summarize the demoniac qualities, Krishna is saying there are three gates to hell. The 6 qualities defined by Krishna is coming from these 3 gates to hell, which he defines as lust, anger, and greed. So every person should give this up, he's saying, because they lead to degradation of the soul. So the main thing is lust. In this list that he's given, lust, greed, and anger. The main thing is lust. Does not this lust could be attraction to a woman, attraction to wealth, attraction to fame, prosperity. So when lust is not satisfied, automatically then there's some dissatisfaction, then you get angry, then there's more greed. So when lust is satisfied, there's more greed. When lust is not satisfied, then there's anger, delusion, all that things. So anything above what you need to live, if you're aspiring to get more than that, then that is lust. Okay, it could be for power, position, beauty, whatever it is lust. So when lust is not satisfied, then one becomes angry. So to get liberation and hence to go back to the Lord's abode, one should overcome this lust, anger, and greed. So these are the things that Krishna is saying will take us directly to hell. Okay, but how to overcome this lust then? One should follow a regulated life prescribed in the Vedas. The Vedas is there to elevate us to the position of purification. The rules and regulations as given by a spiritual master will eventually reduce these three things, that is lust, greed, and anger. By following these, by practicing all these rules and regulations, by engaging our senses to constantly live that regulated life, then naturally these three things reduce and purification starts happening internally. And then automatically we raise to the highest platform of spiritual realization. So we have to understand that ultimately, when there is lust, greed, and anger, then we are thinking we are the proprietor of all the things around us. We are the owners. But ultimately, the real proprietor is Krishna alone. So when we get to that realization that Krishna is the ultimate proprietor, then we know that we are lusting, greeding, and being anger for something that we don't even belong to us. So what is the point of our lust, anger, and greed? So this way we should surrender to Krishna, knowing that nothing belongs to us. Everything that we have is ultimately belonging to Krishna, which he has given to us for use for some short time while we live here. Okay, so with that, we complete demoniac qualities, and we this verses so far explain how the demoniac qualities are going to impact us, how they bring us down. Now we understand the divine qualities. Okay, someone please read the translation alone of the verse, not the verse itself.
May I, Mataji?
Mataji?
Pavan Prabhuji.
Yeah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion of honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to the godly men endowed with divine nature. Hare Krishna.
Jai. So Krishna has listed 26 qualities, which he's calling as divine qualities. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belongs to godly men endowed with divine nature. So we'll try to understand some of these qualities. We can't go through all 26, but we'll try to go a little in depth in some of these qualities. Now, before you understand these qualities, remember we mentioned 4 ashramas, right? Does anyone remember which are the 4 ashramas?
Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Mataji.
Correct. And what are the 4 varnas?
Rigveda, Yajurveda.
Brahmana,
Varnas.
Kshatriya,
Brahmana,
Vaishya,
Kshatriya,
and
Vaishya,
Vaishya,
Shudra.
Shudra.
Yes.
Sudra.
So all of us belong to some ashrama or some varna. Okay. So these qualities that you see here will essentially be qualities of any Krishna conscious person who is trying to pursue knowledge of God, who wants to surrender to God, these are the qualities that they need to pursue, because these qualities, remember, is set up such that they reduces our desire, it reduces our lust, our greed, anger, and as a result of that, our sins are reducing. And as our sins is reducing, our heart is clearing, then what happens? We become more open to accepting this knowledge of Krishna. Right? So we should remember this. Now, these qualities are, it could belong to all ashramas, all varnas, and some specific qualities could specifically be for certain ashramas or certain varnas. So we'll understand a few of them. Like, for example, fearlessness. What does fearlessness mean? That means complete surrender to the Lord, right? There's no fear of anything that might happen because I'm surrendered to the Lord. Krishna has taken control. And this fearlessness is needed in every devotee, but especially in a sannyasi. Why? Because a sannyasi has given everything up, their family, their wealth, their attachment. So even if they are alone somewhere, they need to fearlessly depend on the Lord and make sure, they don't have any kind of backing of family support whatsoever. So this quality of fearlessness to tell the Krishna's message as it is without fear of who is listening or what kind of how the crowd is going to react. That kind of fearlessness is especially required for a preacher, for a sannyasi. Okay, and further, qualities like what is the second one here? Purification of one's existence. How does purification happen? By following strictly the rules and regulations, avoiding any kind of forbidden association, right? And this is especially of the 4 ashramas. It is especially required for a sannyasi, but is required across all as well, because association is very strong. Right? If we associate too much with Krishna conscious devotees, you can see how beautifully your Bhakti Lata Bija grows within your heart. But if you associate with people who are against Krishna consciousness, that thought that, maybe that hesitation, that doubt that comes in your head, is Krishna really that great? If that question comes in your head, then instantly your bhakti is all going to crumple, shrivel out. Right? So then further, there's qualities like charity. Now, of the 4 ashramas, brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi, the only ashrama that actually earns a living is a grahastha. So naturally, the responsibility of charity solely rests on a grahastha. Right? Which means to say charity has to be given by a grahastha. Some part of your daily income has to go in charity, and charity must be given for especially to propagate the Krishna conscious movement. Anything that propagates Krishna and his message, charity should be done to such causes. And remember, like we discussed, charity must be done in the mood of goodness, to the right at the right time, right place, and to the right person. So that is a mood of conscious and then self-control. Now everybody needs to have this self-control quality, but especially for a grahastha, because they have more options for sense gratification. They have access to money, they have access to children, family, entertainment. So there are more chances of them getting deviated to sense gratification. So especially for a grahastha, it is very important. Now, performing sacrifices, austerities, this is especially for a grahastha, because of the other 3 ashramas, their bodily needs were anyway lesser. So for grahastha especially, it's important that they perform some kind of austerities or sacrifices, like fasting once in a while. Even others do it, but especially for a grahastha. Now, study of Vedic study. This is especially for a brahmachari. Anybody pre-teens, they should spend as much time studying the Vedas. The Gurukul that we have in Belgaum, the initial days, the kids, they don't try to understand the logic, the philosophy. They are simply trying to learn the shlokas. Why? Because once they cross a certain age, memorizing shlokas become very difficult. Right? So earlier on, as you are studying the Vedas, focus, because your memory is very sharp at a younger age, you can recollect and memorize a lot of things. The earlier ages should be focus on studying the Vedas. Later on, the philosophy, everything will come to discussion and for study. But especially the younger age, we should spend as much time learning Vedic, because once that early age, the age where the child's mind is very influenceable, if this Vedic study is not embedded in their mind, then once they grow, once they're exposed to the internet, once they're exposed to all the worldly things, this interest for Vedic study will never come back. But a child who's exposed to Vedic study, there's already a foundation, and all the things they do in future, they will do knowing that they have this foundation of education, and they'll always have this distinction of what is good versus bad and what is the right versus wrong thing. But that kind of distinction doesn't come with to people who may not have this strong base of Vedic study earlier on. Okay. Further qualities like austerity, simplicity in behavior, non-violence. Now, this non-violence especially is very critical. Non-violence, of course, is, in literal terms, it means hurting a person. Hurting can be physical. You hurt someone, you beat someone, pinch someone, the other person feels some kind of pain, or it could be killing for meat eating, right? Consumption of non-vegetarian food. This is this is also violence, right? So a devotee of the Lord should practice non-violence, and non-violence is not just limited to um, animal killing or hurting another human. Even stunting the spiritual growth of a person is also violence, right? So if a child is born in the family and the child is not exposed to spiritual education, so then what happens? The same child will be exposed to other things which is non-spiritual, and ultimately this child, though they have taken birth in your family, they were not given the right background to grow into Krishna consciousness. So then the child has to come back again in the different body with a different whole new setup and go through that cycle of life and death again. So not giving the right kind of education, spiritual education, is also violence on the soul of the child. Okay. And then further qualities are truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility. These are all for everyone, right? Further qualities described are aversion from fault finding. Aversion from fault finding. Now, ideally, this is saying stop fault finding. Even if you are finding there is a fault, obvious fault, and you're not in charge, in authority of giving feedback or correcting that person, then you have no business going and telling the person that this is wrong. You should rather pass on the message to the person who's supposed to guide this person with whom you're trying to say that this is wrong, right? A parent is responsible for finding faults with a child and correcting it. A teacher is responsible for finding faults and correcting it. But if you're not in that position of correcting this person, then stop finding faults. Let the person responsible for it take care of it. Because when you keep looking for faults, then ultimately that becomes your nature. Right? You try keeping fine, and someday, even when you go to Goloka, you might find faults with the devotees of Krishna as well. So Krishna does not want that. So aversion from fault finding, compassion for all living beings, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination. This is all characteristics are required for all the ashrams. Like this, Krishna has described 26 qualities of divine nature. Okay, let's read verse 23.
Mataji.
Yes, Sumit Prabhuji.
यः शास्त्रविदम् उत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारत न स सिद्धिम् अवाप्नोति न सुखं न परं गतिम्. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims and attains neither perfection nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. Hare
Right.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So one who discards scriptures and acts as per their own whims can neither attain perfection, nor happiness, nor liberation. We have to follow rules. So let's say you just got a new job, right? So when you get a new job and you enter the office, you can't just go and do anything you want. right? You have to meet the manager. The manager will tell you what is your actual duty, what are your day-to-day deliverables, by this time what task you should have done, what is the output he's expecting from you, and you'll function as per that. And if you deliver that output as defined by your manager or set by the rules of the company, then your performance is appreciated. Else you will be demoted or removed from the job. Similarly, if you're a citizen of a country, there are rules and regulations that one has to follow within that country, right? Just because you don't know the rules of the country does not mean that you, if you do something unlawful, you'll escape the punishment that comes from the law. So whether you know the rule, do not know the rule, the punishment is the same, right? So it's better then to know the rules and try to comply with the country rules rather than not knowing the rules and just work whimsically, right? So these Vedic injunctions are Krishna's law books. So Vedic injunctions are Krishna's laws book, and this is how he expects people of this world to behave. So people who do not follow Vedic injunctions, they will never find happiness, nor do they ever reach the supreme destiny. So scriptural are written by Krishna. He's a compiler of all the scriptures, and all the scriptures he's given us, they are not subject to the four defects. Any human being is subjected to four kind of defects. We do make mistakes. We often get illusioned, and we have the tendency to cheat others, and our senses are imperfect. But Krishna is beyond these kind of defects. So these rules that he's given us is also perfect. Okay, so he's saying the result of all this is that one who does not follow any kind of rules, they never come back to him. There's neither happiness nor perfection for such a person. So, in other words, he's saying one should follow the rules of the Vedic injunctions. Let's read the verse 24.
May I, Mataji?
May I,
Jayalakshmi
Mataji?
Mataji.
तस्माच्छास्त्रं प्रमाणन्ते कार्याकार्यव्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रविधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुमिहार्हसि. Translation: one should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. Hare Krishna.
Right. So just like we mentioned previously, one should know the rules and regulations. One should read the scriptures. Now, who should you learn the scriptures from? Just like when you learn biology, you will go to a biology expert. When you go to a chemist, you will learn chemistry perfectly from them. When you go to a mathematician, you learn mathematics properly. Similarly, if you want to know the rules and regulations of the scriptures, one should go to a bona fide spiritual master. So the rules and regulations are to invoke the love of Godhead, right? And our supreme teacher, like we discussed today, Adi Guru, is no other than Balarama Nityananda. So we should surrender to the ultimate Guru and ask for their mercy to find the right teacher, to guide us to the right teacher. So as stated in the chapter 15 that we discussed yesterday, that we discussed on Friday, all the rules and regulations of the Vedas are meant to know Krishna. So if we understand Krishna from Bhagavad Gita and become situated in this Krishna consciousness, engaging constantly in devotional service, so this way one can reach the perfection of knowledge by studying the Vedic literature. So Lord Chaitanya has said, especially for this yuga, the only rule and regulation that one needs to follow is offenseless chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So there are many yagnas that we do, many other vidhis that we follow to pray to the Lord, but the most important of them all is the Nama Sankirtana. So one who is directly engaged in all these kind of devotional activities is to be understood to have studied the Vedic literatures. So with that, we conclude this with this last verse, verse 5. Can someone try reading this?
May I, Mataji?
Sunita Mataji.
दैवी सम्पत् विमोक्षाय निबन्धाय सुरीमता मासु च सम्पदं दैवीं Abhijatosi Pandava. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Hare Krishna Mata.
So Krishna himself is saying demonic qualities are for them. There's no liberation. A person with demonic qualities, there's no liberation. They will keep going back to hell, lower planets. Imagine billions and more of years. You just keep stuck in that same rotten condition of lower planets, earthly existence, and they'll never go back to Krishna. So there are jivas that never go back to Krishna because they have accepted demonic qualities wholeheartedly and they don't want to accept anything else. So that possibility of jiva being never going to back to Godhead is also possible, right? So they will forever live in bondage, while divine qualities are conducive for liberation. So based on what Krishna explained so far, Arjuna might have this doubt, now that I'm waging this war, will that be considered as asuric quality? So Krishna is clarifying in this verse and saying, Arjuna, you're born of divine qualities, and this fighting that you're doing is also divine. So Krishna is saying that divine qualities grant liberation, while the demonic qualities causes bondages. So let's summarize chapter 16. So we started with demonic qualities. So does not this person with demonic qualities does not know what to do, what not to do, does not know cleanliness, proper behavior, not truthfulness. He's always envious, mischievous, and demonic species, and come back to they get reborn in demonic species or animal kingdom. So they reject spiritual injunctions and do things as per their own whims. There's no perfection, no happiness, and supreme destination in their behavior. Now, what are the three gates of hell? Lust, anger, and greed. So one who does not give up this lust, anger, and greed will forever be going back to hell. Okay, one has to overcome these three gates to hell to overcome this hellish existence. So what is the result is if you from divine qualities come liberation, while from demonic comes bondage. And so what are the possible choices that one has? So the choices are to perform your duties as prescribed by the scriptures or not follow it. So divine versus demoniac. And to follow, by following the scriptural injunction, then one gets elevated. Okay, so that was a summary. Now to summarize this whole chapter, divine versus demoniac qualities, it's important for us to have a perspective. Why is that we are so easily overcome by demoniac nature? It's said that in Satya Yuga, the demons and the demigods, they used to live in different planets, right? We have 6 higher planets, 7 lower planets. So the existence of demons and demigods were gods in the upper planet, demons in the lower planet. We can think of Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. So the Lord had to come to the lower planets to fight these demons. Or Bali Maharaj is in Sutala and Indra is in Swarga. So there's distinction. They are in different planets altogether. So which also means it's difficult to attack each other. They influence each other, right? To travel this interplanetary distance and wage war, it's not a conducive thing to do. So obviously the demons and demigods, unless they were mighty powerful people, there were no wars. The demons lived peacefully, the demigods lived peacefully most of the time, right? But that was in Satya Yuga. Now in Treta Yuga, what has happened is that the demon and demigods have come within that same planet. Think of Rama and Ravana. Rama is Ayodhya, Ravana Sri Lanka. It's within one planet. So the demon and the god have come closer now. So the scope of influence is now closer. They can influence each other if they like to. They can impact each other's life. Now in Dwapara Yuga, what has happened? The demons and demigods are one within the family. Think of Kauravas and Pandavas. They are within a family. So there's more unrest, more disturbance, lesser peace, because their demons are constantly disturbing the demigods this way. The Kauravas are constantly disturbing the Pandavas. So they are more accessible to get disturbed. But now what has happened in Kali Yuga is that the demons and demigods are within a person, within our head. All of us have these divine and demoniac qualities within us. Sometimes the demoniac qualities take over, and sometimes the divine qualities are subdued, and sometimes the divine qualities are overpowering the demoniac qualities. So this struggle to overcome demoniac qualities is happening right now within us. Right? The fact that all of you are sitting here listening to the class means that your divine quality has overpowered your demoniac quality. The more you associate with devotees, these divine qualities will get strengthened. Right? The more you associate with people who don't appreciate Krishna, then these demoniac qualities will get strengthened. Think of a black and a white dog. If you constantly feed just the black dog, right, the black dog is going to get stronger. But if you feed just the white dog, then the white dog is going to get stronger. Similarly, your divine and your demoniac qualities, if you constantly feed your demoniac qualities, encourage it, it's going to overpower your existence. But if you constantly nurture your divine qualities, that will take you back to liberation. So that's how you understand it. So for Kali Yuga, the scriptures say, follow Nama Sankirtana. That is constantly chanting the name of the Lord. This is all you need to do for liberation. And in this process, reach a stage where you have surpassed the three gates of lust, anger, and greed. Okay, let's read the screen.
Mataji,
Yes, Sumit Prabhu.
the holy name of Krishna can deliver the most sinful of all sinners, is exemplified by the pastimes of Jagai and Madhai. The holy name can remove the demonic qualities in our heart. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We already heard the pastime of Jagai and Madai, so I'm not going to re-summarize it. You can go to the beginning of the class and listen to that pastime of Jagai and Madai if you missed it. But this also means the holy name can remove the demoniac qualities from the Lord, from our heart. And one should surrender to a spiritual teacher. One should surrender to Adi Guru Nityananda, to Balarama, surrender to him, ask for his mercy to clear our heart of all these ages of sins that we have accumulated. And very mercifully, because Nityananda Prabhu, like shown in the pastime of Jagai and Madai, he's so merciful that he preaches to the worst of sinners. And there's no worse sinner than you and I, right? We have gone through so many sins, and imagine if we have a little mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and he suggests us to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will happily embrace us. So we should bow down, ask for mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will accept the sinners like us into his shelter. We end this class with a small prayer. All of you can repeat this prayer on mute. We'll do it 3 times. Nityanandam aham naumi sarvanandakaram param harinama pradam devam avadhuta shiromanim. Nityanandam aham naumi sarvanandakaram param harinama pradam devam avadhuta shiromanim. Nityananda aham naumi sarvanandakaram param harinama pradam devam avadhuta shiromanim. I bow down to the Supreme Lord Nityananda Prabhu. He is who is the awarder of the highest joy to all, the bestower of the holy name, and the crest jewel of all Paramahamsa mendicants. Right? He's the crest jewel of all. The Paramahamsa is the highest stage of sannyasa, and he's the best of the sannyasis, and he's the one who awards the highest kind of joy, and he's the one who bestows the name of the holy name. Jai. Our prayers to Nityananda Prabhu, and I hope that he continues blessing all of us with his mercy and continue keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Okay, we are left with the last 2 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Congratulations to all of you for coming this far. 2 more classes. I request all of you who have missed past quizzes to take those quizzes. The links were shared over the weekend, so take time to go through those quizzes, complete those quizzes. 14 quizzes is a requirement. Out of the 18 chapters, if you at least do 14 quizzes, you are eligible to get this certificate for Gita Gyan level 1. And if you have missed any of the classes, you can go back to the recording, listen to the recording, and take those quizzes. So I will consider people who go back to recording and take those quizzes as well for for this certification, as long as you can come and confirm to me that you've listened to the recording. Okay. Jay, are there any questions for today? Was the class too intense?
It left
Very
a lot of
interesting
things
class,
about.
Mataji.
No, Mataji, it was very clear, a clear differentiation between demonic and divine nature.
Good. Okay. But even
Mataji,
if you think that there's a lot of things, that's a good stage to be at, because if you're thinking, then means you're contemplating that, okay, should I change myself? Do I have to get a little better? There are these qualities within me, so I need to cut this, I need to improve this. So that kind of contemplation is also good. Sumit Prabhu, you had a question?
yeah, Krishna knows that this demonic person will be harmful for the society, right? It
Yes.
will obstacle for the Krishna consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So why he created them?
Why he created? He didn't create. Each jiva is born because of their past desires. Their past, like the mind is a subtle body. All your desires get transferred from one subtle body to the other. So based on your desire, the kind of perceptions, things that you carry from the previous body, a new body is given to you. So these demons also are born in that same way. And then everybody, Krishna is not going to eliminate any jiva because it's not conducive. Everyone has to surrender to Krishna in their own, with their own desire. Only when we go to Krishna saying, Krishna, I had enough of this material world, I now want to surrender, then Krishna will happily take control of our life. Till then, he lets Maya Devi take material Prakriti take control. So all these demons that you see are people who have intense envy to Krishna in their past life. Their actions are such that they don't want Krishna in their life. They want to enjoy independent of Krishna, and hence they are born with continued demon bodies. Anyone who's engaged in any kind of ugra karma in Kali Yuga, like depleting the natural resources of the earth, polluting the rivers, chopping trees, making plain lands for industries. This is called ugra karma. Now, this kind of people are coming with demonic qualities. Right, these are people who might come from lower planets. Now they're doing earthly activities, and their demonic nature continues in this earthly planet as well, because they're coming from lower planets. So this way, their karma, today's karma, will define their next body.
Mataji, I have a
Yes,
question.
Sumit Prabhuji, was
completely
that?
depend on us.
Yes, it completely depends on our desires. Right? Vidya Mataji, you
Thank
have
you.
a question?
Yes,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. To add to what Sumit Prabhu asked,
Yes.
I mean, we are all. It is said that we are all part and parcel, a smallest part, smallest of the smallest of the smallest part of Krishna.
Yes.
Okay, which we all lead to will go back to Krishna at some point in time. If not for now, at some point in time, we go back to Krishna, and all of us are a part and parcel of the Paramatma.
Yes.
If that being the case, why do we have the both demonic quality and the divine quality as well? I mean,
Yeah.
why is
Did
that
my previous
differentiation there?
response not answer that question, Mataji?
No, I'm still confused.
Okay. See, Krishna has these qualities are there. Anyone can accept these qualities. Right? It's your choice. It's your independence to say, I want to behave this way. I want to behave such that I'm surrendering to Krishna. I want to be a devotee of Krishna. Or it's your choice to say, I want to be an enemy of Krishna. I want to go against Krishna. So every jiva has that choice. Right? Just like you can think of a cow, a bull. It's tied to a staff. Right? So when it's tied to a staff, depending on the length of the rope that ties the staff and the cow has that much independence. Right?
Correct.
A person who is in divine qualities, in sattva guna, has more independence to move around. But
Correct.
who is in demoniac, they have a smaller leash. So that means they are more controlled by Maya Devi. They are instantly given the bodies that put them to lower planets. So as we get closer to the Supreme, as we surrender, as we live a way that is prescribed in the Vedas, following the divine qualities, then we become elevated. If we don't, if we follow the demoniac qualities, and that is the independence Krishna is giving every jiva. Okay, he's
Okay.
waiting desperately for all of us to come back. But in case you still feel you're not ready to surrender and you want to have your own existence away from Krishna, that is your choice as well.
So
Right?
Maya is that cloud that the fog that blinds us from seeing Krishna's
We
will
are
and Krishna's
intentionally not seeing Krishna. As soon as we accept Krishna, Maya will back out and Krishna will take control.
That's what that
Yes.
is what I meant by saying.
Yes.
So the minute we start thinking of Krishna, Maya
Yes.
automatically disappears.
Yes. And Maya will put a certain test. She'll test our loyalty to Krishna, right? It's not that, one fine day I say, Krishna, Krishna, I love you. Now, Krishna, no Maya anymore. No, Maya will put us through some test to see how dedicated we are to Krishna. Remember the example of a dog I gave you, right? When you enter the owner's house, there's a dog outside, and the dog is violently barking at some stranger. So till the owner comes and says, this person I know, don't bark, right? The dog will not stop barking. So Maya
Correct.
is like that. Maya is the person who's serving the Lord, such that it may look like, she's being very cruel and all that, but she's a loyal servant of the Lord. She wants to make sure whoever is not eligible to be in the association of the Lord is not going anywhere close to the Lord. Right? So she's doing service of her own nature. So she's making sure that she's checking our credibility by putting us through some kind of trials in this material world to see if we are put into this situation, are we still surrendered to Krishna? If we are put in the most adverse kind of situation, do we still like Krishna with the same intensity, or do we move away from Krishna? Right? So that is her service to Krishna.
Mataji, this has peeled off another layer from me. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Praveen Sharma ji.
Hare Krishna,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
One by one. Raise your hand, I'll call out your name. Yes.
May I go, Mataji?
Yes, Praveen Sharma ji.
Mataji, this is the just extension of what Sumit Prabhu asked.
Okay.
So, my question is basically based on our karma, you mentioned that we get the next life.
Yes.
But when we die, right, and whatever, good, bad qualities or karmas we did, we get punished according to that through our shuttle body, right?
Yes.
So is that not the good enough to clean everything and then, start afresh?
It's actually not good enough.
Yeah.
Because we have so much accumulated karma from so many lives. You are just given enough to say, okay, enough for now, move on. But our karma backlogs are so much and our desires are so intense that the next life also you come back because you have so many desires, and that many lives that you take to fulfill the desires, you constantly keep accumulating more sins. So our main problem today is our unending desires. Even if our slate of karma is completely cleaned, and we come back because we have now new desires from, to say, I want to be rich, I want to have that car. You have these desires, but you have to live for another 5-6 janmas to have that karma to fulfill those desires. And in that new life, you're constantly adding new sins.
So, Mataji, I mean, see, we are in Kali Yuga and we all have some or the other desire.
Yes.
Right. Knowingly, unknowingly. Right. But, having desire is one thing, and fulfilling those desire with like illegal means, or that's a separate thing.
See,
but
illegal means fulfilling desire, that karma will not even come to you. That thought will also not come to you if you don't have the karma for it. You can keep desiring. Some desires might be small, could be fulfilled. But if you have intense desire of hate, of killing, of, extreme richness, extreme fame, then that means to say you should come back to live again another many lives to collect that kind of karma, to live that kind of life.
Yeah. The only reason, Mataji, I'm asking this because as an Indian mentality, we all kind of think of accumulating some money so that we can retire, we can survive during that phase.
Yeah, that is all good, right? Prabhuji.
And also
that is all good. But what Krishna is saying, or is talking about lust or over endeavor, right? It's good to think about the future. It's good to say it's good to have health policies, life insurance, because if not, how do we survive? This is a very insecure world. So doing all that is good, but don't over endeavor to the fact that you don't have time for Krishna consciousness. You don't have time to think about Krishna. You don't have time to chant your rounds. If that is your state of being, then you need to see where I can cut down so I'm not over endeavoring. So you can do all that. You have to do your karma. If you're not focused on Krishna, you have to do your karma yoga activities, right? But at the same time, because you know that your karma will give you sins, you also engage that benefit, the fruits of your action in Krishna consciousness, right? While you're spending time working for a company, you also see if you can spend some time working for Krishna, or you can make a small donation to the temple. So your money that is earned with different means, the sins accumulated are kind of taken care of, right? So you're engaging your karma back into Krishna consciousness. So you're kind of, reducing the impact of the karma in this life itself. So that's how, like I said, any activity you do in material, even if you're giving money to a beggar, or buying vegetables from a certain person, or giving money in a business transaction, there is karma. There is karma. How do we avoid karma, right? The only way to avoid is engage everything that you have in this material world for Krishna, right? Any activity done in Krishna consciousness has no sin, and hence it's not accumulating karma. But anything else, it's a project management mentality, right? 80% of the problem is solved by looking at 20% of the issues. Now, 80% of our problems can be solved by just focusing on Krishna consciousness. Or we can keep doing small things and saying, I'll give a small donation here, I'll touch elders' feet. These are all small exchanges of karma. Good, bad things happening, but that is not going to solve our problem. Our big problem is solved by focusing on Krishna consciousness.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Understood. It's all clear. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Pavan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Gangaya
Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji. Sorry, I think Gangaya Prabhuji has been trying
Sure,
to.
sure. I'll wait.
I'll come to you.
Sure,
Gangaya Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
See, the Vaikuntha, the Jaya Vijayas are Dara, I mean, gatekeepers of Vaikuntha.
Yes.
And they were serving the Lord Krishna, I mean, Vishnu only.
Yes.
When these four Kumaras went and they stopped, when they were doing duty,
yes,
the Kumaras cursed. Is it a previous karma or how it?
No, it is not karma. It's all Krishna Leela, because they had to come to the earth to serve the Lord as demons. So this curse from the four Kumaras worked in compliance with that. So it's all Krishna's Leela. So sometimes even the elevated devotees like Narada, like Brahmaji, like Radha Rani, all of them come back to serve the Lord in different forms. And here, mercifully, the Lord put them in a state where they have to go against the Lord. And they accepted that also as their duty. It's not their bad karma, but them just following the duties as delegated by the Lord. Right? So they came first as the son of Dithi and Kashyapa. They came as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. Then the second birth, they came back as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. And in the third birth, they come back as Shishupala and Dantavakra. At this point, they were killed by Krishna and they got liberated again. Okay. And you should remember that this Jaya Vijaya, they have divine souls. But there's also Adi Dhanava, the origin of Dhanava. They are also called Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. So when the first birth, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha came, the soul of Jaya Vijaya and the soul of Adi Dhanava, which is Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, came into the person, the demon on earth, who was also called as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Okay, so they had two souls merged together to make one. So because they know that because Jaya and Vijaya are divine, they cannot exhibit this kind of demoniac qualities. They also had the souls of Adi Dhanava, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu within them. And that part, the Asuric part of the soul, was able to execute all the Asuric nature qualities. So it was two souls. In each of the birth, they had two merged souls, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Then as Ravana and Kumbhakarna also, it was Jaya Vijaya and the Adi Dhanava, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, even their souls merged together. And in the third birth, again Shishupala and Dantavakra, again the souls of Jaya and Vijaya and Adi Dhanava, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu merged together. So finally, when they were killed by Krishna, they got liberated. But the fourth time, when they came back as Jaga and Madai, they were actually anyway liberated, but they anyway came back again because that was the order of the Lord.
Oh my God. All Leelas are from the God only, Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Good or bad. Only thing we have
Whatever we
to.
do it for Krishna. If tomorrow Krishna tells, okay, Mataji, you have to go back and be a villain so that I can be a hero in front, that is still our duty. We should have to come and serve the Lord happily. So glory, fame is not something that devotees seek for. Whatever the Lord wants, we do it. Right? If Arjuna is told to fight the war, he might look at like, he's creating a very sinful reaction, but he's fighting the war for Krishna. Materialistic people may say that Arjuna, because of Arjuna, we had war. But that is Krishna's order, and anything Krishna's order, we follow.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Very kind of you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Pavan Prabhuji, Jyoti Smith Kalita after this.
Yeah. So Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I have a very, slightly different conversation than what we are having right now. So
Okay.
2 days back, we were talking about the Ekadashi fast.
Yes.
So there is a query that I have since many years in my head. So I just wanted to get that clarified.
Sure.
So we say that we fast. I'm talking only about the food aspect right now. So we normally say that when we are fasting, we're not supposed to eat grains.
Yes.
That is true. So I've always heard that we are not supposed to, eat onions or garlic, and we are not supposed to offer onions and garlic. So what is it with onions and garlic so different in the vegetables?
Okay.
It gets into this, and I see that when people get into the spirituality or in this segment, right, they slightly start going away from them, and the kind of helps them is what they say. But I really want to know what actually happens. Should we actually eat it, or we have to start, going
so
away
onion
from it?
and garlic, tea and coffee. It so happens. Sorry. So every food has a subtle impact on our consciousness, right? So even the way the food is cooked, the mood of the cook who's cooking the food, that also has impact on the consciousness. Just like when we eat meat, that means to say there's some ugra karma, some jiva has been killed to eat that meat. So the impact of that food on our consciousness is different, right? Now, what happens with onion garlic? Onion garlic is it's a known fact that people who study shastras, onion and garlic is tamasic in nature, right? People who study the shastras have to be very active in their consciousness to understand the shastras. But one who eats onion and garlic, they become very tamasic. Their consciousness is ruled by ignorance. They don't want to study, they don't want to gain knowledge. So that kind of mood comes on very naturally.
Okay.
Right? So anyone who is a brahmachari, who is studying shastras, who is and in ISKCON, our whole movement is based on acquiring Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada set up this whole ISKCON organization to make people more intelligent with spiritual knowledge. His intention was to make better brahmanas out of all of us. Right? Brahmanas are not the caste system brahmanas, people who are learned, who are aware of Krishna consciousness. And eating this kind of food will make your brain dull.
Okay.
Right? Even with tea and coffee, these are external stimuli that you add, which makes your brain very active. Right? You get into tamasic mood. Even some kind of drinks like Coke and Pepsi, they have a lot of caffeine in it.
Correct.
So naturally, your mind is very agitated. If you don't have your next shot, then you can't focus. So we don't want that kind of mood. We want a very sattvic mood while studying the shastras. Because when you read something in rajasic or tamasic mood, your interpretation of what you study will change as per that. The kind of questions you ask will change as per that. You'll question what you're reading versus trying to understand what you're trying to read.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. A lot has to be changed. Trust me on that. But thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Sorry, anyone? Jyotish.
Hare Krishna,
Jyotish
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, I have doubt.
Yes.
Actually, it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Shri Krishna himself that of all the seasons, he is in the spring
Yes.
season.
Yes.
And is he not in other seasons?
No, he says the best of everything represents him. Right? He's there in everything, like we saw the Virat Rupa. 33 crore demigods are all within him. But Indra, who's the best of the demigod, represents his energy. Right?
Okay,
He is in
Mataji.
all the sun stars, but the best of the sun, best of the objects that illuminate light, the sun represents his energy. Similarly, of all the seasons, each season has its ups and downs, but the best of seasons, where there's good sun, there's good weather, there's a nice beauty around us, that is represented by spring, and hence that represents that Krishna's energy.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. Could you please answer the question in the text box, chat box?
Oh, you have a question there? Can you read it out?
Mataji, as you say, cutting the trees is demonic activity, but if we cut the trees for building a temple of Shri Krishna,
That's
will
okay.
be a divine
It's a
quality,
devotional
right?
activity, so that soul will go back to Krishna if they have surrendered for Krishna, died for Krishna. So that's okay.
Okay, Mataji, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions that I
Mataji,
missed
may
out?
I ask
Yes.
one more question?
Yes. Sumit Prabhuji.
Yeah. Divine qualities, it is mentioned as forgiveness, right?
Yes.
So if any person is speaking bad about Krishna or giving bad words to Krishna in front of the devotees, so is it correct to forgive them?
What do you think?
I'm confused, that's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. So what was the mood of Hanuman when Ravana was speaking ill of the Lord?
He was
He burnt
furious.
Lanka.
Yeah, he was
burned
furious.
Lanka. He didn't forgive. Right? Forgiveness is to for material things, right? Some things that you can't control, or there's something beyond things that the small interactions that happen that only impacts us, right? Those things you forgive because these are not bigger than Krishna. But Krishna is ultimate. Anyone talks ill about Krishna, you should either have the knowledge to supersede that argument and give the right perspective, or in some shastras say cut that person's tongue if you can't dissect their conversation. But of course we can't do that. There's a legal situation. In that case, either you try to supersede them with your knowledge of Krishna consciousness, which is why our movement of ISKCON is very important, because we are actively propagating the knowledge of Krishna. There are so many people giving so many kind of versions of the Lord and giving their own theories. And this is where your knowledge should be used. Right? This is how your knowledge should be used. It's not that, go on a verbal spat, dish them out, put them in their place. That is not our mood. Our mood is to propagate Krishna consciousness, to bring, even if it's a Jagai and Madhai, Nityananda Prabhu forgave them. So our mood should be like that, to forgive them and to give them the right knowledge. Right? So even if they don't start the process of Krishna consciousness today, someday, because they are exposed to this knowledge, they will get onto the path of Krishna consciousness. But forgiveness is not for all. Right? Anyone who has absolute demoniac qualities and it's best that you avoid them. If you can't cut them off in their conversation, we can't debate them in a conversation, keep your distance from them. Don't associate with such people.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Jai.
Jai.
Okay. I hope all your questions for today are cleared. And tomorrow we'll meet with another chapter that goes in depth into the 3 modes of material nature. And trust me, this is one of the most interesting chapters as well, and is bound to get more questions from you. So stay tuned. Join us tomorrow. I'm sorry the class went for a little too long, but I hope you enjoyed the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu today, and you at least understand who Nityananda Prabhu is, and we'll continue our association tomorrow as well. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Kalpatarubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat
Hare Krishna
Pranam.
Mataji, thank you so much. Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, everyone. I'm closing the call for everyone. Thank you for joining.